How are you? You need to unmute.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
How are you this morning?
Um, I'm very good actually. I'm very good. Well, you're back, number one. That's
Yeah.
one thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm back with nothing but problems. Nothing but problems. It was like, almost like, I don't like what you've done. You've gone away, so I'm going to give you problems. Come back hazy. Oh, gosh. Anyway.
That's what you get for going on holiday after holiday after holiday after holiday, you know? Laptop's not happy. A bit like Willow when I come back after a break. Willow turns her back to me just like, you left me. You left me, you know?
That's how it goes sometimes. So, welcome to the Breakfast Flight Show. It's good to see you. Ah, did you miss me?
It's been a hot minute, but we had the first week,
You
obviously.
haven't answered my question. I asked, did you miss me?
Of course, missed you. Of course, I missed you. Well, I was covered with Lady B and Delight. They did sterling jobs,
Yes, they
of
did
covering you
indeed.
in your absence. I've got to get actually the Breakfast Flight Show shorts out of that. I think the last Breakfast Flight Show I did last week Tuesday, I was in dark glasses.
Uh-huh.
My eyes were all swollen up from eating nuts. Not
Oh,
Sharky's nuts,
no.
people. They were hazelnuts.
I saw people getting naughty on Facebook with the
They were
nuts and all that.
getting really naughty on Facebook, talking about all sorts of things. So yeah, they were.
Yeah.
But as you know, we attended Bosse's 60th over the weekend. Sharky, how about you play a track, and I will come back and I'll try and get a video of that and talk a little bit about Bosse's birthday.
Yes, that it looked good. I was looking at it on Facebook, and it looked like a damn good party.
It was. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. I had such a great time.
Oh, good morning. Oh,
Oh, bless you, bless you. We know that feeling. I think when Bossa was covering, Lady B was covering, she had exactly the same problem. So these
oh.
things happen. These things happen.
Yeah,
But
it does, doesn't it?
good morning to everybody on Mixcloud. I've got the two Mixclouds up here now. I can see everything. Miss L Vibes, good morning. Good morning to you. I hope you're okay, my
Mm.
darling. Laurie, Jax Happy, D Brown, and everybody else that's on Mixcloud. Now, as we was talking earlier on, I attended Lady B's 60th birthday bash on
Uh-huh.
Friday. What a trip. Literally finished work 4 o'clock, jumped in the car, by Delight, driving down to London. We had a great road trip and it was such good fun. Now, I hope Lady B doesn't mind. I've got a short clip of her because she made an entrance. I love the music. I love the
Mhm.
ambience. She looked amazing. So you got to see what we saw. This is the lovely, our lovely lady. Didn't she look wonderful?
Absolutely. You know what? That look to me. If that is the 60th, I wonder what the wedding would be like.
I'm
That's
telling
all I'm
you.
gonna say. What would the wedding? What would her wedding be like? Could you imagine?
Listen, well, that was her daughter that was walking up next to her, and
Mhm.
obviously we all sat down, we had cocktails and everything, and then they announced that she was coming in. She had a lovely saxophonist there as well, playing some great, two of them actually, playing great
Oh
music.
wow.
I'll try and get that clip in later on as well, 'cause I love the sax. But she just looked so radiant, so
Mm.
happy, so amazing, and she had a second dress of the night as well, a lovely purple outfit. She just looked amazing. And Lady B says, "Wow, it's how we roll." That's how she rolls, ladies and gentlemen. That's how she rolls. For she
Absolutely.
is Lady B, don't mess with me. Remember that part of the poem?
I was listening to. I have to actually listen to that again. I didn't hear it quite clearly on the who was it on Mixcloud?
Oh,
Who
well,
was it?
she had
Or
so many
Facebook?
people there that at the back we had lots of people talking, and obviously they don't realise their voices kind of convolute the air. So as I was talking, obviously you couldn't hear it. But what I'm going to do, and Lady B doesn't know this yet, I'm actually going to re-record it, and I'm actually going to print it out and frame it for her, so somehow on media she can hear the words very, very
Yeah.
clearly as it's scrolling through. So happy
Well,
birthday to my dear friend Lady B over the weekend, and another birthday shout out I've got to give James Capone. Pow pow pow! It's his birthday today.
big up
Happy
James
birthday, my
Capone
darling.
on your birthday.
Big up, big up, big up. And as the advert suggested, we have got the GY Radio benefit weekend. It's National Windrush Day on Saturday. We are supporting 2 charities, and so please give generously. I've got a PayPal set up, not using T-fold Mixcloud. Sorry, Mixcloud, if you're listening, your teeth.
Yeah, 2 teeth.
But
Yeah, definitely.
we are going to be using PayPal, HPQ, giving if you want to donate for the 2 charities that we're raising fund for. We've still got issues with victims not receiving the amount of compensation that they should be due. So let's help them along the way and look after our fellow black people and offer some much needed support.
Yes.
Now, moving on to a bit of news. We know what's been in the air quite recently. The general elections are coming up, right? On July the 4th, I believe, the elections are. And it's all about who you're going to vote for.
Idea.
Who you're going to vote for. Now, the general election takes place every 5 years. The last general election was 2019. I think it was the 19th of December or the 12th of December was the last general election. So one is due up to December this year. So Rishi Sunak decides to call it now. I always worry about why now. He's not in the best of places. He hasn't got the majority of the voters. Why would you say, I'm going to call it now, especially after the debacle after, I think it was, what was it? Was it the Trooping of the Colour? Oh, the D-Day celebrations, when he left early to do an interview on TV. Now, that didn't go down too well at all. He lost quite a few of the votes. Now,
well, maybe he had actually left early because he knows that if he's gone any longer, that he will lose the votes. I actually feel that he will get voted out, and for that reason, I would definitely be voting Labour. And I know some people will say, well, they're just as bad, but you know what? We need to get this guy out of power, because if he's in for another 5 years, the country will get worse. So he needs to come out. We need to duck him out, throw him to the wolves and get him out of power.
And I think the funny thing is that he seems to think that he's done a lot for the country, and that he's doing a lot. And he always talks about what the Tory government have done. And there's lots of things the Tory government have not done. And there's lots of promises that the Tory government did promise, and they haven't. It hasn't helped that we've had COVID and we've had a Ukraine war in between all of this, and that Liz Truss, when she first came in, and that awful, I think what she did, I think it was a rates cut or something that's just sent interest rates just spiraling. Yeah. Although I do think that she was set up. I really do think that she was set up for failure there. Because, I mean, all these MPs are part of her government as well. And she's got a lot of advisors, right? Prime Minister has advisors. They don't just make the decisions themselves. So somebody was advising. Rishi Sunak used to be Chancellor of the Exchequer, don't forget. He was the money man.
He was. Yeah, he was.
So he's good with figures. Was he part of that little boat that was working with Kwarteng, whatever his name was, the black man that was Chancellor, that lasted, how many days? 10 days,
have
maybe?
No idea.
Yeah. So I sometimes think some of these things are a setup to fail, so he could just come in, because that's what happened. Now, if you are unsure of who to vote for, Verona Green says, and the mayor too. Yes, Sadiq Khan. You know my feelings on Sadiq Khan. They need to go. They just need to go. Now, if you're worried or wondering about what the manifestos are for each party, I'm going to briefly go through them so you are a little bit equipped. Please do your own research. There's Parliament UK where you can go on and have a look at the manifestos for each party. Now, the leading 3 parties are obviously the Conservatives and the Labour Party. I would say the Lib Dems, but I really don't even look into what they're doing at the moment, really. But the Green Party seems to have the best manifesto out of the lot. So the Conservative, very, very, very quickly, they are looking at the economy. They want to continue with economic growth, reducing the national debt without increasing major taxes like income and corporation tax. I should hope so too. They want to reduce waiting times on the NHS. You've had nearly 10 years to do that. I have no idea what's going on now. Immigration, they want to reduce net immigration and combat illegal immigration. Well, we've got problems with you reducing immigration. We've got no one to do the groundwork, and we'll talk about that slightly with the skills labour shortage. Now, Labour, they're saying that the economy again, they want to maintain economic stability, crack down on tax avoidance, and end the non-dom tax status. And I'll talk about what's happening with tax crackdowns in a second also. Now, the NHS, they want to introduce 40,000 more evening and weekend appointments and hiring more medical staff funded by new tax measures. Those new tax measures we need to check. Now, with regards to energy, they want to establish a publicly owned clean energy company to cut bills and boost energy security. Why did you sell it off in the first place? That's what I will ask.
Exactly.
Crime, enhance border security and new initiatives to combat antisocial behaviour and strengthen community policing. We never see police walking the streets anymore. No matter how much they say they were bringing it back, there's no police walking the streets. Now, very quickly, just got two more. Lib Dem, they want to look at aggressive targets for reducing carbon emissions and promoting renewable energy. That I don't care about. If we've got places like China pumping these toxins into the air, why are we reducing our footprint when no other country is either? Healthcare, they want increased funding for mental health services. Bring back the mental homes, I say. Get rid of care in the community. And they want to reduce NHS waiting times. In education, they want significant investment in education and want to reduce class sizes and improve school infrastructure. They need to work out how many more teachers they need to keep in schools because they are leaving by the thousands. Now, very lastly, the Green Party, they have radical policies for the environment for achieving net zero carbon emissions by 2030. Again, I don't really care about carbon emissions unless all countries are signed up. There's no point. Social justice, they want a universal basic income and addressing income inequality. Well, hey, definitely we should do. And for public services, they want major investments in healthcare, housing and public transport. That's my roundup for the parties. Choose who you wish, guys, and do your research.
And a very good roundup indeed. And what do you think about that, HPQ?
Well, you know, we the last time we had a coalition government, that ill-fated coalition government, do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was Nick Clegg when David Cameron was with the Conservatives. That was way back in 2010.
Was it 2000? Was it that long?
It was that long ago when everyone decided that, you know, they didn't want to vote. I think it was Gordon Brown for Labour. If my recollection serves me correct, I think it was Gordon Brown. Now, I certainly weren't voting for Gordon Brown. He was a nightmare. And so the Lib Dems got a look in because Nick Clegg looked like a little sweet boy, you know, and it was let's give it to them. And the Lib Dems were actually on the verge of winning it, and they could have coalitioned with Labour or Conservatives. They chose the Conservatives, and oh my God, you might as well say Nick Clegg didn't exist.
Yeah,
because David Cameron took over.
Are they're extremely powerful, ain't they? They're an extremely powerful party, and it's going to be very hard for another party to get in. It really will be, to get past Labour and to get past Conservatives, because we're so used to voting for those two parties. Unless, yeah.
Well, go on. Sorry, you speak, Sharky.
Yeah. No, I was going to say unless we keep voting for them and allow the Conservatives to get in, it's going to be difficult, very difficult.
It is, but I think that if you've been watching the polls, Labour is leading the polls in terms of the way that people are going to vote for the election. A lot of people are upset with Conservatives. They haven't promised what they said they will do. Rishi Sunak talks a good talk, but he doesn't really walk the walk. And all I feel like, as I've been taxed, everything's gone up higher, and no one gets a look in for anything apart from the people that have got money. That's all it is. He looks after the rich. That is clear. There's a bigger disparity there's a bigger pay gap disparity between the poor and the rich. And the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. He's doing raids on absolutely everything. The schools are in a dire state. The education system has been underfunded. The NHS is being run by a bunch of fat cats, notwithstanding what's going on with the councils. So we need an overhaul of so many things. It's unbelievable. Now, are the Conservative Party the people to lead the way? Is Rishi Sunak's stringent policies going to work? Are we going to pull this off is there a light of day at the end? We're going through all of this tax and cuts. Is there light at the end of the tunnel? That's all I want to know. If I was going to see light at the end of the tunnel, I'd say I'll bring back in Conservatives. But I don't see any light. And I'm not quite sure if I trust Keir Starmer, because we don't know how all of this is going to be funded. Everyone talks good talk. How's it going to be funded? That's the bottom line that everyone's got to be looking at. How's it funded? Is it going to be more of a tax burden on us? Is corporation tax going to go up for those who have got all these companies, all these little mini influencers that are now got their own little companies? The raid is in on that. You still got to pay corporation tax. You still got to pay a bit of money. So, take a deep think, read up on the manifestos, right? And if you don't want to vote, then that choice is yours.
Yeah, I think I definitely will vote Labour because, and see what they bring in for the next 4 years because, I would go for the Green Party, but I don't think they're going to make it. I do feel they're going to be like the Lib Dems and, unless they get a load of votes, it has to be Labour, because I just want to see Conservative out. The Green need to work hard to get their voters, but I want to see the Conservatives out for sure.
Yeah, and we know Labour works for the people. When what's his name, Tony Blair, when he first came in the 1990s, it was either 95 or 97. Things were only gonna get better. Remember that tune he came out to, and I was so happy. I voted. I think it was the first time I voted. Actually, it was the very first time I voted. Labour got voted in. It was Tony Blair, and they were great. For the first 5 years, Tony Blair did what he said on the tin. Everything was fantastic. Yeah. Children were getting ESA payments, free bus rides, fair. Everything was down. And then I don't know what happened. Got greedy. Got too insightful and got greedy and was destroying the country. And that allowed Conservatives to come back in and rule again since then. Since Cameron Clegg, 2010, that's when it happened. Because after Tony Blair came Gordon Brown. After Gordon Brown's ill-fated tenure there, it gave a chance for the young, blonde David Cameron to come in, Yeah. And Lady B says, Keir Starmer is a Zionist. Tony Blair attacked Israel based on a lie. Yeah, we know this. Look at Vietnam Wars way back when. Everything's based on a lie. It really is. But anyway, let's change it up a little bit. Let's have a little bit of fun. You know me already on TikTok. And there's this great dog. There's these dogs, right? These little mini dogs, right? They're so tiny, but they make the most noise. And they are complete divas. My cat is a diva. And she's deaf and she doesn't quite make a sound. But this dog is a diva.
Out of your mouth. That's ridiculous. Oh my god.
And that dog was cussing like that because he had to sit in the basket. He weren't too happy. It's a new basket, and he's in there. There's another one where he's had to swap sides with the other pet, and he is going nuts. But this dog is absolutely amazing. Too funny.
I do like.
Oh gosh, bless you, my darling, with what's going on. We've got volumes going up and down and all sorts.
Yes, I know. You know what? I had so much issues going on, and I ain't even going to tell you what I'm doing right here. So I'm trying to make the show go on, but don't worry. Tomorrow I'll make sure it's all sorted, so it's all smooth.
Oh, that you are. You know what? We are just appreciative that you are back on the airwaves because we did miss you. Even though we had some good stand-ins, we missed you on the show. So it's good to have you back.
Yeah, I was a bit worried. I was thinking to myself, am I going to have a position when I come back? You know, is it going to be taken over? Is there going to be a coup or something like that?
Well, listen, talking about taking things over, all right? I've got loads of video clips this morning. I may have to save some for tomorrow, but this one piqued my interest. I'm telling you, I think it was on Facebook as well. Now, you know, we've got different types of music that translate all over the world. The Japanese love a reggae, don't they? They love a reggae.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you something. That's bashment culture there and there.
Proper bashment. I swear the Chinese are the new blacks. I'm telling you, they love a bashment. Well, we forget about the Indian culture, don't we? You know, we see Indians unto an entity of their own with their own Bhangra music and all sorts, but they do love some Western music. You gotta watch this. India's into grime. Could you imagine the Indian languages translated into a grime? Watch this. This is pretty spectacular. I am amazed. Actually, I thought it was quite good. But watch this.
Come on, Mumbai, turn up. Sounds of the surf. Andhar, Tapawla Vishwa Andhala, this Tajana. Cool up, selector, yes. Reload it, we do it one more time. Can I get some levels on the mic? Yeah. Yeah. Sounds of the surf. Andhar, Tatawla Vishwa Andhala, this Tajana Darshna. Andhar, Andhra Jidda Thakuni, Andhra. Okay, yeah. Easy, Rasta. You're not ready. Easy. Come on, Mumbai, turn up. Yes, people, listen. Sounds of the surf. Andhar, Tatawla Vishwa Andhala, this Tajana Darshna. Andhar, Andhra Jidda Thakuni, Andhar Prakash Prasiddha. Andhar Sara Yugata Satya. Andhar Jita Kaulanta Drutya. Andhar Kal Kotrita. Andhar Jita Petto. Andhar Tagufeta. Andhar. Darroz Rapto. Andhar Nayacha Baget. Anyayata Gandhar. Satya Bhakta Saulita Satkar. Begar Unat Ukarto Andhar. Andhar Ala Marla Jusa Dhaula. Niraula Pret Karunga Farkalwa. Samaja. Sounds of the surf.
I'll tell you what, right?
It's when the guy started talking to him, he kind of went like this, and it's. I want to know what he's saying. I want to. You want to know what he's saying?
It sounds like I'm bad. I'm bad.
It was too funny, but the scene looked good. I mean, the video quality was absolutely excellent, and they looked like they were having a good time there. The Indian community just got in with the UK grime scene. It's so too funny. Lady B says it doesn't even bring the roadman vibe. There's no roadman vibe, is there? When the guy's like talking like, no, there's no roadman. It doesn't even look like it's grimy or dungeony.
Yeah, Spice Nice says it's amazing how everyone copies our music. You know what? You know that people of colour. We've always been a music. We've always led the way. They'll say black people always led the way in the music vibes all over the world. And, whether it's bashment, whether it's grime, R&B, everybody likes to copy our music and they bring it. The funny thing is with that music, it kind of sounded a little bit like grime, a little bit of rap, and it's a little bit of kind of how they sing in bashment as well, kind of mixed up. It's like a mixed up dumpling of music, But give it their juice. It sounded good.
It did sound good. It did.
It sounded good.
And
the vibes is the way they're jumping up and down, and and they're like, hey, and everyone stops. It's almost like the movie, like when you watch the movies and everyone's dancing and something happens, everyone just stops dead, and then they come back on again. Everyone's like up and up.
Well, D Brown says that wasn't half bad. I didn't think it was that bad. I quite liked it. I'd like to, I quite liked it. It looks better than that deep down, grimy, smelly coat puffer jacket looking scene. Looked a bit more respectable. I'd definitely go to that.
Yeah,
but
be good in it. If you want something different, head to one of these. I need to find out where one of these.
Bhangra grime. So it's called Bhangra grime or something. I don't know. No idea. But anyway, listen. Before you play another track,
I'd more call it Bhangra rap.
Talking about songs, have you ever had a song that you don't actually know the words to? You make them up, and then years later down the line, you realise what they were actually saying? I've done that a few times.
Many a times. You know, some of the old 80s songs that I've been singing for many years. I think one of them was, I knew most of the words of Be Thankful for What You Got. But then there's certain parts in it that I had no idea. And there's certain 80s songs where I've been singing, you know, and you think, and then you actually read the words and you think, that's not what I sing.
Well, listen, I saw this other TikTok video about, there's a Michael Jackson song where he gets that bit, Mama say, Mama say, Mama kusa, Mama say, Mama say. Well, those are not the words. That's not what he's singing. So listen to what Michael Jackson is actually saying all this time. I'm singing Mama say, Mama say.
You know what Michael Jackson's saying in that song? He's saying, I'm going to say it one more time, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to say it one more time, I'm not going to stop. That's what he's saying. Someone ruined it for me. I'm ruining it for everybody, all right? I was mad, too. I was like, what? But all of y'all for years, Mama said, Mama said, Mama said. Those aren't words, bruh. No one said that in life. Keep on playing on the mock you, son. That's not a thing. People just believe anything they hear, man. Someone told me it was African. I was like, all right, Mama said, Mama said. I just...
Yeah.
So
that's you know what, it's really interesting that, you know, how we perceive certain words and how we perceive sound.
I'm going to say it one more time, I'm not going to stop. I say it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it one more time, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to say it one more time, I'm not going to stop.
I'm gonna say it, yeah. It sounds
I'm
good.
singing Mama say, Mama say, Mama not. Mama say, Mama say, Mama kusa.
I think everybody was saying that. That's what I think. Everybody was saying that. Singing
Spice
that.
Nice says, why are we always saying the same? I'm telling you, Mama say, Mama, Mama, Mama kusa. What that means, I don't know, but everybody else sang it, so it's got to be correct.
I can tell you as well, I bet you most DJs were singing the same thing as well, because I was. And I've been a DJ for about 5 years. I've been like, and I've got like the Michael Jackson album, and that's what I've always sang. I've always sang Mama say, Mama say,
Makusa.
But that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of the 80s songs, when you translate them or you listen to the actual words, some of the things that though we may not drive a great big Cadillac, I sing against a white wall now. It actually doesn't. It's not actually those words.
I hope you're looking for that track in the meantime, because we got to play it. I want to sing it, and I want to sing the right words. Want to be starting something, Michael Jackson? I want to sing. I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm not gonna stop. No more Mama say, Mama sama, Makusa.
I'm not gonna stop. Anyway. I think most people carry on saying Mama say, Mama sa.
It's easy. I've got to think about. I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm not gonna stop. There's too many words in there. Mama say, Mama sama, Makusa.
I'm gonna say it one more time.
One more time. I'm not gonna stop. Gonna say it one more time. I'm not gonna stop.
Gonna say it one more time.
One more time. I'm not gonna stop. Yeah, we got it. We got it.
Do you know what? Next time I'm playing that and I play that tune, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna bring it down, let everyone sing it. I'm gonna say, you're singing it wrong.
Have you got the track?
I have it. I'll play it next. Let me play this one first.
All right.
Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Tell you what. It's been a technical morning, a morning of issues. And someone said gremlins. I think it's Spice and I said gremlins.
No, gremlins. We don't use that word.
We don't use the word gremlins. If that was Lady B, she would go, let me tell you something. They call me Gemini.
I love that song. I remember when my sister came back from America years ago, way back in the 80s.
Oh, gosh. I haven't got my... hold on. I can't hear you.
They can hear me, though. Mixcloud can hear me, though. They know what I'm saying.
All right, I got you now. I got you.
Put us under.
Hold on.
Are you ready? Are you back with us, Sharky's still in Jamaica, by the way, everybody. He's coming back to the UK shortly.
Coming back with all the technical issues and everything.
Oh, never mind. That's how it goes sometimes. Honestly, we all go through it. Now, talking about issues. All right. So England were playing Euros. The Euros are on. England were playing yesterday, and you know, Carl Walker, footballer, shirt number 2 he wears. What does he play? What does he play? What position?
Carl Walker's his defender, I think.
Oh, it's okay. So Carl Walker's number 2. Now, he was embroiled in scandal, I think it was last year, when he's married, obviously, to a lady called Annie Kilner, and he had a baby for this, I don't know, she's internet sensation. I think she was on Towie or something like that. Lauren Goodman. Okay, so she had a baby for him. This all came out, and his wife nearly left him. I think she got back with him. So she's got 2 kids for him. One's 4, one's 10 months old. And she said she was going to the Euros, wants her children. They want to see their daddy play football. And so she didn't obviously come along because the wife is there. And but she's got pictures of them in the park wearing number 2 England shirt with daddy written on the back, which is obviously going to upset the current wife. But seeing as though it's Father's Day, and it was Father's Day over the weekend, and I saw loads of messages over Facebook and Instagram and everything, and I think it was Simon Chandler. He wrote a very, very good message about the fact that he's being taught by his sons and his children's mothers daily about how to become a better person. And becoming a better person isn't denying the fact that you've done wrong, you father children outside of your relationship or marriage. It's all about repairing those relationships and ensuring everybody's on good terms and everybody gets to see the kids. You had an affair. You did it, you sort it out. And that's educating your wife on the fact, yes, I made a mistake, but I still have 2 children. I still have to look after them. And I still want them to be a part of my life. And I want everyone to play happy families. Yes, there's the emotional distress. But those kids are not part of what you did. They were the product of the offence that was dealt with, you know. And if you don't want children, you wrap up. And if you don't wrap up and rely upon the woman, these are the things that are going to happen. But you can't go and blame the woman afterwards that it's her fault and that she's trying to infiltrate on the family. If you are the one that's having an affair and you don't want any children, wrap up, take care of yourself, and don't make the reliance upon anybody else. And when you've made that, when you've made that addition to your family, I'm not even going to say it's a mistake because a child should never be a mistake. When you've made that addition to your family, you welcome them all in. And us women need to be a little bit more stronger and a little bit more emotionally secure to say, you know what, this has happened. I'm either going to stay with him or I'm not, or I'm going to embrace this. We need this world to be a better place. I can't take this. I don't want to speak to her. I don't want the other baby mother's hair. It's ridiculous. It really is. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. And Jack's Happy says that's right. It is right. It should be right.
Absolutely. You need to take the guys need to take responsibility. You can't be going
better responsibility.
You're dipping and diving and releasing, and then when there's a problem after, you just have to face up. We as men have to face up to our responsibilities. So, you know, if there's an accident and a lady decides that, you know what, I'm going to keep it, and she doesn't want to do anything with her body, well, we just have to face up to it. You can't blame the woman. You decided that you wanted to go there.
And you know, big up all men. I never balk at a man that says he's got 8 or 12 children. It's just a lot of baby mothers to deal with. I don't know if I could get into that relationship. There's too many personalities to get through. Too many queens, man. You're coming in like 5th, 6th, and I'm too much of a diva to do that. So that's not happening in my realm. But there's 2 people I've met quite recently that have got lots of kids. The first one was when we went to London. He said he's got 8, but they all know each other. All the baby mothers, I shouldn't use that word, baby mother. All of the children's mothers all speak. The children know each other. They all grow up together. And there's a shop I go to in Wolverhampton also. He's got 12. And he was talking to me the other day saying, I've got 12. All my kids mix. I never had this problem with my children's mothers. They know that I had another child. That's for them to deal with. All I know is that I was collecting my children and I'm seeing all of my children. And he says he spends his day looking after his... No, actually, he's got 19 grandchildren. 12 kids, 19 grandchildren, soon to be 20. He said he looks after all his grandchildren during the day while they all go to work.
Wow.
And that is how it should be.
Props to them. I mean, my son has 4 children. He's got 3 mothers, and 2 of the boys were born, you know, within months of each other. And one lives out of London, you know, I think Coventry. And whenever he's doing anything with any firm, he doesn't matter how tired he is, he will go to Coventry to get that child to make sure they're all together. And as you say, that's how it should be.
It is how it should be. This baiting against another woman, you know, whose fault is it at the end of the day? Yes, some women know that husbands are married. Yes, they make that decision to go there when they know that they shouldn't. life is life. Everybody does things they're not supposed to do. However, it's the aftermath, and it's the children that I'm more concerned with more than the deed, in fact, because it's the children that suffer at the end of the day. And I know first-hand experience of children suffering through doing foster care work and working in children's services. You see the damage that's done to these kids through mothers and fathers not being able to get on, or people can't get over the emotional sensitivities of a man cheating on them. And having a child out of wedlock or within a relationship and so forth. And yes, it is devastating. I'm not playing down the fact of something like that happening in your life, especially if you think that you're living in this new bubble that you call life and you're all happy, and suddenly this comes out of the blue that some other woman's pregnant, you know. And it's not, you're not losing a limb, you're not losing a life, you're not losing a heart. In fact, you're gaining in your family and your children. Imagine if you're a single parent family and your children can have more brothers and sisters. You've got to turn it around and look at it something different. Once you get over the emotion and the tears.
Guess what?
What that? You got Michael Jackson?
It's 8 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock actually.
Oh, 9 o'clock. Oh gosh. It's 9 o'clock. And I'm telling you, I'm looking at the lyrics here. It's Mama say Mama Samu Makusa.
Right, so you know, after we spoke about that, I started looking at the lyrics, reading about it. I'm like, oh my God, was I wrong? Did I not do my research? Now, HBQ as I am, I normally do research before I put anything up. Saw the TikTok video and I thought, oh, this is what he's saying. When I'm reading it up and I'm like, oh my God, he does say Mama Sama Makusa. But it sounds better, the other one. It does sound better. But no, he definitely sings Mama Say Mama Sama Makusa. Now, I've been looking up to see what it actually means. And no one can work out. It's not an African language or anything. They're just saying it's kind of made up. I think what he did, he took some lyrics or took some lines from Soul Makossa. Remember Soul Makossa? And Soul Makossa sued Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson settled out of court for some of the lyrics contained in there. I think also Rihanna sampled Wanna Be Started something as well. So it was sampled off Soul Makossa. Soul Makossa sued Michael Jackson. They settled out of court way back when.
Then Michael Jackson got his money back from Rihanna by suing her.
I don't think he sued her. I think Rihanna paid up. You know, I'm using these, so I'll pay up in up front. So my apologies, everybody. You know, I'm quite devastated there. I normally do my research. I got that completely wrong.
Yeah.
But what I'm not going to get wrong is, and it's video day today, because, you know, it's that kind of day. Now, for those who are foodies, you know, I'll bring you the food specials, right? For people that love your food, I'll bring you food from around the world. Food that will delight your taste buds. Get it going. Foods that you can try. Who will try any of these? I think it's 3 or 4 dishes I've got on here. Just watch this.
10 most bizarre street food dishes. Would you dare to try any of these? Number 10, sanakji in South Korea. This dish consists of octopus tentacles chopped into bite-sized pieces and served immediately, still squirming on the plate. Diners must chew carefully to avoid choking on the suction cups, which continue to grip even after the octopus is dead. Sanakji is often seasoned with sesame oil and sesame seeds for flavor, and is considered a test of bravery for adventurous eating. Tuna eyeballs in Japan. This bizarre delicacy is found in Japanese markets and street stalls, consisting of the eyeballs of large tuna, boiled and seasoned with soy sauce and mirin. This dish tastes savory and gelatinous. It's rich in collagen and is believed to have various health benefits, including improved skin elasticity and joint health. Number 6, kokoreç in Turkey. This famous Turkish street food is made from seasoned, skewered, and grilled sheep intestines, often served in a sandwich with tomatoes, onions, and spices. It's a savory and aromatic dish that's popular late at night, enjoyed by locals and tourists alike. Number 5, casu marzu in Italy. Casu marzu is a controversial Sardinian cheese infested with live insect larvae, primarily cheese flies. The larvae digest the cheese, causing it to ferment and develop a pungent aroma and soft, creamy texture. Despite being banned by the European Union due to health concerns, casu marzu remains a sought-after delicacy among adventurous cheese eaters. Number 4, Eskimos in Mexico. Also known as Mexican caviar. Eskimos are the edible larvae of ants harvested from the roots of agave plants. Considered a delicacy in Mexican cuisine, Eskimos are sautéed with butter, garlic, and spices, resulting in a creamy and nutty flavor profile.
You know what? There's not one of those foods that I would even want to get near my nose, let alone taste and put in my mouth.
Do you know, I am a foodie, and I'm willing to try foods. I don't know about that octopus. I don't know about the. Okay, I'll talk about it each. The octopus, no. Something still moving around in my mouth. Wow. Not the octopus anyway. So I don't want no octopus, that live octopus. As for the masu with the maggots, anything with maggots in for me is dead. It's dead. Maggots come when something is dying. So I don't want. I'm not eating no maggots. I'm sorry. They turn into flies. No, definitely no maggots. The sheep's intestines, I could try. I could try that. I will try that.
What about the tuna eyes?
Well, we eat fish eye anyway. That's nothing. My mum used to get the. My mum used to get the fish head, just the fish head, no fish, just the fish head. Boil that up with some okra and suck out the eye. Right, so eating eyes is it's not no different thing in the black community, especially the fish, the Jamaican fish people. So no, that's not anything bad.
Yeah,
but the
Jamaicans yam fish head, everything.
See, Lady B says she might try the sheep's intestines if cooked. That's the only thing on that list I would try. Delight says morning or Spice says yes, but it's cooked. I know. Some of the things in there are just wrong. There was more. There was like ant butts, but I couldn't show it. That these ants, they've got these big butts, and what they do is they break them off and they fry them up, and it has it's got something like what's with this nutty flavour? Everything's got a nutty flavour.
Oh gosh.
Oh God, that was hard. That was not nice. So I'm just going to play my last video for the day. Come back and talk about my last bit of news, and I'll have to sign off by 9:30, unfortunately, people. But I just wanted to leave you with a video that was something that showcases our black excellence. Now, you know that when we hit the field in any kind of athletics or sports, we dominate in that sport. We excel. Now, in gymnastics, we've got quite a few black ladies now performing in gymnastics. We've got, I can't remember the American lady, but she's absolutely excellent. I just found this young lady. Now, all I want to know is who can count how many times this lady does the splits?
I think I've seen that video. She is I'll tell you what.
It's when she went up and landed on the splits. I'm just like, I'm still feeling. I'm like this. Ooh.
Do you know what? Do you remember when gymnasts used to be really slim and skinny, and she's quite a big girl and very agile and extremely flexible, and it just goes to show that, you know, if you put your energies into it, you don't need to be a skinny thing like what most of the gymnasts used to be back in the days.
Oh, dancers and everything. I mean, who is it? Beyonce famously has dancers of all sizes in her troupe.
Yeah.
It's not about being skinny. But Delight's talking about Simone Biles. Yes, she is the best in class, isn't she? But this young lady, I'm telling you, the spins and the flips and coming down and landing in that split. I remember Miss L Vibes went out and did the splits one time, and she's never recovered since.
She did it on the boat, didn't she?
She did it on the boat. She got excited.
She got excited, did the splits, and then she blamed me after. Said, "Sharky, that music was playing. You got me doing the splits."
and anyone that Miss L Vibes could do the splits very, very
Very
well. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, she's a flexible lady, that lady there. She really is. But did you see the power in that girl's legs, or even Simone Biles?
Yeah.
The power
Yeah,
that
that's
they've
just
got, that's
amazing.
pure muscle. They clamp you between those legs. You ain't escaping, mate. Don't do nothing
Oh,
bad
man.
and get and upset them gymnastic girls.
Yeah, she looked like she got muscles everywhere, mate. You know?
I'm so proud of them, though. When I watch that and I just see, she was happy, and she is an amazing, I would say, nearly athlete, let alone gymnast, to do those flips and jumping up and down and the splits. Honestly, I'm in awe of anyone that can do that with their body. I certainly can't.
Equally, she looks like she has a great personality. She just looks like someone you just want to meet, and she, you could imagine her in a party, just dancing away all night, partying. She'd be like yourself,
Yeah.
Too, you'd be like, yeah, you, Lady B. all
No,
you
because
girls
then
like
I'm going to
Marcy,
try the
you girls-
splits. No, then I'll have something to drink and feel like I'm like her. I'm going to do the splits and mash up myself. No. You get a bit silly, don't you? You get a bit feeling like I can do
Yeah.
this. I can do this. No.
Good morning, Delight. I saw Delight on a video. I can't remember where it was. Was it at Lady B's party? I thought she was going to do the splits. When she was moving around, As one party I looked at and I thought, I wish I was there.
Oh,
It looked really amazing.
It was. And Lady B says, "Do you have a video of myself vibes doing the splits? I wish it was in the moment. I was dancing.
I think
do you have it?
I think I do have the video. Yes, I was.
Oh,
recording
you'll have
at
to
the
dig
time,
that
I
up for
think.
tomorrow. You have to dig that
Yeah.
up for tomorrow. And Origami says, I want to party with her. Yeah. She even incorporated a bit of the moonwalk in there. Did you notice that?
Yeah,
in her
the wall,
gymnastic.
the Michael Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She put in New Jack Swing, all sorts of music in that mix.
Delight says, I was doing the Soul Train. She certainly was. If you look on my Facebook, you'll see Delight. She was having a good old boogie. She really was. She loved it. Now, it's coming up to the end of my time. And D Brown, by the way, says, if you enjoy fish head, me and you are friends. Yes, come round. I'll do a fish head supper. You know me already in my cooking.
God.
I know. I had chicken foot the other day. Oh, it was nice. Roasted it up. Do like a bit of chicken foot. Then I had some pig's tail. I was going back to my Jamaican roots, I do love some French food, but now and again I like to mix it up with my Jamaican food. Now, it's time for me to depart from the airwaves. I've had such a fabulous time, Mr. Sharky DJ. I'm sorry I have to leave early, but work beckons. I have a meeting at past the hour. Now, before I go, and Lady B, I will announce this tomorrow as well, we are doing an interview with Jeanette Barrett on the 25th of June about the Marina Pearl, the musical. So myself and Lady B will be doing that. So please tune in to GY Radio or Lady B's Mixcloud. But I'll talk about that some more tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. I'm so glad you tuned in. I'm so glad Sharky DJ is back. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
I'm back. Okay, so there we go. And thank you very much, my darling. I'm glad you missed me. Ah.